cannot be repaired. It is the Titanic sinking. The iceberg is the big beautiful bill. It sunk our system. The system already stunk. My health insurance for 2025 for my family, my wife, and my beautiful son and myself was $1,500 per month. That has gone up to $2,150. That's an extra $600 to $700 per month. That's just the price to get in the door. That's the cover charge. Then you have your copays. Total out-of-pocket max for my family for 2026 will be $20,000. So the health insurance companies that we have to go with will not even give us full coverage till we've spent $20,000 on top of the $2,150 per month. This is all in response to the big beautiful bill, which is ending the subsidies. The subsidies were the only thing keeping health insurance afloat for those that need this public marketplace option. And why should we live in a world where the other option is to work for a company that dangles your health over your head? That is like being an indentured servant. So many people have jobs that they don't want to have because the company offers them health insurance. It's ridiculous. We spend on average $13,000 per person in our country on health insurance, which is going to skyrocket. And other first world countries that actually have universal health care spend less than that, $7,000, $8,000 per person. The only solution is a universal system that we all pay into with our tax dollars, period. That's the only solution. So be mindful moving forward who you vote for. We should only be voting for candidates in any political office that support universal health care, period. Our children's future is dependent on that. We have something like 60,000 people a year that die because they don't get the help that they need. You have a lump in your boob or your balls, you should be able to walk in and get it checked out. So many people in our country don't get the help that they have paid into a system for. People in other countries will say, well, our system's no good either. If you need to get a knee replaced, you might be waiting 6 months. We limp. In our country, we limp. We don't get things fixed. I have family members with good health care that won't even go to the doctor because who knows what it's going to cost. We shouldn't have to live in a radical world where people like Luigi take matters into their own hands. Vote for universal health care and let's do it now.
Well, there you have it, people. Let's get started. Welcome in. Hit like, hit subscribe. Of course, you all have seen just the devastating news of people just going over, losing their, not losing. It's about to come to losing, but the skyrocketing prices of insurance and our premiums, and how important insurance is. And it gives me that some people just didn't realize that Obamacare is ACA. So yeah. Let's jump in, people.
Healthcare is one of the most important issues for Americans, and for many, it's getting more expensive. That's the focus of our new series, Premium Pain, all this week on Morning Rush. We're looking into the growing cost of healthcare and the challenges Americans face when it comes to paying for it. And you've likely noticed next year's health insurance premiums are climbing. Business and tech correspondent Maura Barrett joins us now with more on this. And Maura, what is exactly behind this price hike?
Holly, it's affecting so many people. Whether you purchase insurance through the marketplace or get coverage through your employer, the price you pay for healthcare premiums each month is going to go up. And policy analysts that I spoke with blame inflation, higher prescription costs, and more frequent use of care.
Whether you're on public or private insurance, you should be padding your budget line for premium costs going into 2026.
Anytime things like health insurance increase, it makes you uncomfortable.
Affordable Care Act plans, which enrolled a record 24 million people this year, will see an average 26% increase next year, with some states seeing astronomical increases if the enhanced premium tax credits expire. Meanwhile, costs for employer-sponsored plans are expected to surge nearly 10%, the largest increase in 15 years.
Jaw hit the floor. Going up to paying almost $1,200 a month it's going to be very, very difficult.
This comes as employees are battling inflation and stagnant wage growth.
The cost of their premiums is growing faster than their wages are growing, then it's just eating up a higher percentage of the amount of money that they take home.
Employers, they want to provide robust coverage, but they can't. It's becoming a barrier for them financially.
Noel Cruz consults on benefit packages for employers who typically cover a large portion of premiums.
It's a balance between salary and it's a balance between what we can pay for on the benefit side.
Health policy experts recommend you arm yourself with information when comparing plans to best understand your coverage and provider options.
I think it's definitely worth looking at your estimated health expenses and your family's needs to determine which is going to be the best option for you financially.
Now, there's understandable concern about people who need coverage being priced out. A lot of state insurance officials have called that out as being a problem. It's especially concerning around the possibility of young people opting out of ACA markets. And health policy experts that I spoke with note that there's this risk when anyone goes uninsured, obviously, but ultimately insurance markets rely on this wide variety of people pooling payments in. So whether you're young or old, healthy or sick, we all help pay for each other's coverage, Holly.
And so if employers now are looking for a balance, so to speak, in their benefits package, what elements might be compromised?
Compromise is the key word when you're looking at, when you plan to look through the different packages that your employer might offer. The benefits consultant I spoke with that you heard from there mentioned the idea of narrowing networks, so narrowing down the amount of providers that are covered on your plan. So if there used to be 5 doctors included under primary care, it might shrink down to 3 doctors, for example. He said they're also embracing more telemedicine options, which can be cheaper, and that could be something that's offered for anywhere from mental health, so your therapy sessions, to physical therapy, which is an interesting development. Another analysis called out that employers are embracing more of the high deductible plans, as well as those HSA investment options for employees as well. And so all of this is about that balancing act to be able to offer robust coverage, but also keep copays, deductibles the same rate, while employers are hopefully not passing on that added cost to their employees, Holly.
All right, Maura Barrett, great explanation. Thank you for that.
So as you can see there, it is becoming a really, really big topic. So let's hop into a few TikTok videos about what's going on, and let's see how some of the people outside are feeling about this. Just check this out.
If you haven't seen this all over your For You page, you're probably about to, because healthcare is going to get a lot more expensive.
What I'm currently paying $240 every 2 weeks for is going up to $709 every 2 weeks.
People are noticing how much their premiums are going up, and they're not happy.
Last year, for me, it would have been $100 to $120 a month. I'm looking at the health premiums for this next open enrollment. $400. Just for me, no spouse, no kids.
So why are premiums going up? For anyone who buys a healthcare plan off the marketplace, there's been this policy to cap your premium based on how much money you make. It kept insurance premiums below 8.5% of your annual income at most. So people making under about $23,000 paid near zero for insurance premiums. But that policy is going away.
There's no health care for us. There's no doctor, there's no dentist, there's no gyno. Oh my God, I'm about to cry.
It's expiring at the end of 2025, and I don't buy my insurance from the marketplace. I honestly don't have great health insurance, but if I did, my premium would be going up around $270 thanks to the GOP.
Right now we're paying around $950. We will be now looking at a little bit over $1,300 a month for 2 people to have access to health insurance.
Here's the politics of the situation. The Affordable Care Act was amended in 2021 with the passage of the American Rescue Plan. This was done in order to make health insurance more affordable. The program is called the ACA Premium Tax Credit. If you bought a plan on the marketplace in the last 4 years, you've benefited from this program. It going away might mean your premium going up by hundreds of dollars. For example, if you earn $31,300 a year, your premium used to be capped at 2% of your annual income and the rest was subsidized. Now, as this program expires, That bracket is set to pay $250 to $1,205 a month, depending on what state you live in. Democrats are fighting to keep this tax credit that lowers monthly premiums in place, but Republicans are refusing to play ball. They would rather let the government shut down than do their job and come up with a plan to make healthcare affordable in America. If you don't like this one, come up with something else. And it makes sense to make it affordable, right? Because people will pay an endless amount of money to stay alive, probably. So the government stepping in and regulating this industry just makes sense policy-wise. On top of all of this, because we live in America, health insurers are raising premiums by 18%. Because if healthcare prices are going up, they might as well make even more money, right?
My name is Carla Zimmerman. I just retired in June from 25 years of teaching.
My name is Bartley Armitage. I've been in Eugene, Oregon for most of 45 years. I was a union carpenter for over 30 years and still a member of the Carpenters Union.
Our current premium is $443 a month.
Through the ACA.
Through the ACA, and which is manageable for us, both retirees. However, it's going up to $2,224 a month. We are kind of in shock. That's without the subsidy. With the subsidy, it's manageable for us. We still live paycheck to paycheck, but it's manageable. The Affordable Care Act, we sort of counted on that in the interim period as retirees to sustain our health care. Without the subsidy, we honestly don't know what we're going to do.
Without the subsidy and with that kind of increase, it's like buying another house and trying to pay for two houses at the same time. Yeah, so we don't know what we're going to do exactly. We don't know how we're going to have some health insurance and be able to afford it on a monthly basis.
The thing that gets me the most is that both of us have worked our whole lives. I always had faith that our government would, when we retired.
The government, that our leaders would have a heart and try to find a way to help everyday Americans.
What I would say is this government should be about we the people, not about some.
It's open enrollment, and if you get your health insurance through an Affordable Care Act plan, next year's premiums may shock you. I'm Sharon Epperson, Senior Personal Finance Correspondent at CNBC and the author of the Money 101 newsletter. Imagine paying 26% more for health insurance next year. That's how much insurers' premiums are expected to increase for ACA plans. But you could pay a lot more. If enhanced tax subsidies are not extended beyond December 31st, your cost for coverage could double. So here are 3 steps that financial advisors and health policy analysts say to take right now to help manage rising health insurance costs. First, update your marketplace account with your estimate of your anticipated income for 2026. Then you want to shop around based on the sticker price you see right now and what you can afford. That may mean enrolling in a bronze plan, which usually has the lowest monthly premium, even though it has a higher deductible. Now, the good news is preventative care in these plans is free, and it may cover some doctor's visits before the deductible kicks in. Don't miss out on this tax break either. Starting next year, all bronze plans will work with health savings accounts, so you can put money into an HSA to pay for your deductible, copays, and out-of-pocket expenses. Contributions are tax deductible. That lowers your taxable income when you file taxes. And if you don't need the money, you can invest it and have it grow tax-free. You're going to want to continue to follow CNBC and check the Marketplace website to find out if there's going to be enhanced tax subsidies next year and if your premium will change. You have until December 15th to enroll for a plan that starts on January 1st. You want to make sure you get insured because it may be costly, but doing without insurance can be financially devastating.
And like I said, I just think these are just very hard times for everyone. I know this is definitely the FAFO type of season, but it's something that we deal with. So in the process of all of this, while we're all dealing with these, I wanted to take a look of what are some of the leaders saying to help break this down. The couple you just saying, Miss Carla and Mr. Bartley, they're located out of Oregon. So after that, I went through. Of course, y'all seen some of the TikToks and things like that. So let's go through and let's see what some of our leaders got to say.
Hey, folks, I want to give you a little insight as to what these healthcare costs are going to be next year if you buy your healthcare off of the exchange. For a family of four living in Maricopa who makes $82,000 a year, it's going to cost $754. Last year, that was $167. And for a couple in their 60s in Prescott who make $54,000 a year, their health care is going to cost $878, where it was $154. Those are huge increases, and for many people, it's unaffordable. We're trying to fix this. We are standing up for what's right. We're trying to reduce your health care costs. Unfortunately, my Republican colleagues wanted to give a big, giant tax cut to rich people, and they're paying for it partially by raising the cost of your health care. That's what this fight is all about.
And yes, that's what they're doing. They're raising the cost of healthcare. And it all started, as we can go back, all over this big, beautiful bill, right? So, of course, it's hard for everyone. And let's see what this one is. And if you want to, if you can, put down in the chat or comment, let us know like if yours is going up, if you've got any information yet, because I think it's a people we need to combine, at least know the information, know what's going on each state to state. So let's help each other and let's come in and see what each other are thinking. So here's the last video I found about one of our leaders having something to say about the insurance premiums.
Well, folks, this is what the current fight is all about. Nobody wants a shutdown. At least I don't. I don't want a shutdown. But what I also don't want is for people in Georgia that I represent to lose their health care because it's simply unaffordable. Let me show you what I mean. In 2025, this family of four in Chatham County, where I grew up, paid $559.69 per month for the lowest cost option. That's the lowest cost. Family of four, $559.69 a month. Now look at this. Because of Republicans' cuts to health care last summer, the same family will have to pay $2,131.65 for the lowest cost option. You tell me how an ordinary working family in Georgia is supposed to afford that. Republicans did this. And right now, they won't reopen the government because they're fighting for this. Well, I'm not fighting for Georgians to have their health care premiums quadrupled. I'm fighting to extend their health care and to reopen the government. My Republican colleagues ought to join me.
And see, and there you have it. Of course, people are saying, why is the government shut down? The government is shut down mainly because the Democrats are trying to save us with subsidies. Me, myself, you know my story, I have HIV. So this is very important to me because insurance and grants and certain programs do help fund those amenities I need. So yeah, let's get the conversation started. So hit that like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment and let me know what's going on your side of it, so we can kind of keep up to date on this insurance things. Have you gotten in the mail? Go check it. All right, peace out. Hit like, hit subscribe, and tank talk.